Welcome back to Intergalactic House of Pancakes.
Hey, buddy, where you been?
Wait, what? Who are you?
You conspiracy guys have a lot going on, do you? Oh, you're doing that thing where you're talking to yourself again, huh? With the lights and the camera?
Yeah, it's called YouTube, bro. This is what we're doing here. Who are you? What do you want?
Since you can't seem to keep up, let me help you out.
Okay, what do you recommend?
Here are some new clips.
Great, that's awesome.
Let's get weird.
What he said.
Good to see you.
Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey and ports? It seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people. And they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
We
Want to
should
know the
know.
truth. They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
Have you received an intelligence briefing on the drones?
I don't want to comment on that.
Okay, so they know everything. Total common sense, speaking the truth. He's saying all the things we all feel, right? Something fishy going on here. Why won't they tell us? He doesn't even know. What? That's why you all need Ring cameras, right? I mean, looks real. I don't know what to think about that. I want it to be real so bad.
Be not afraid.
Nope. I'm out. I'm not doing this.
What?
Between the pandemic and the grocery prices. No.
I'm sorry.
No.
No. No, no, no. Okay, I want y'all to see this because this is called the Holy Door. I've been to Vatican City. It's incredible. This is called the Holy Door, but there's another door that the Pope was supposed to open called Lucifer's Door. So why did he open that door with everything else happening? And what's behind Lucifer's Door? Why didn't they show us what was behind Lucifer's Door? This is the Holy Door, and there's nothing even in here.
Does this ancient prophecy predict the end of the Catholic Church and humanity as we know it? There was this book that was found in the Vatican archives back in 1590. As it turns out, in 1139, an archbishop named St. Malachi traveled to Rome and had this terrifying vision, which became known as the prophecy of the popes.
Check this out. You're going to love this.
He predicted this list of 112 popes, all leading to one final pope who would reign during the end of the world. The prophecy described each pope with cryptic Latin phrases that were eerily accurate. Now, here's the terrifying part. In St. Paul's Basilica, surrounding the inner sanctuary, there are portraits of every single pope that's ever existed. Every one of them is filled up to the current pope, Pope Francis, and there's only one empty portrait slot left in the entire place. And
Or they have to carve the other side so that they can put more popes in.
it's thought that once that last slot is filled, it's supposed to be the end times. Now, some believe this prophecy says that Pope Francis is the last pope, who is called Peter of Rome. Pope Francis was born in Rome, but his family immigrated to Argentina when he was young. His papal namesake...
Didn't all the Nazis end up in Argentina too?
Francis of Assisi, his father, was named Pietro, or Peter. Now, the prophecy warns that during Peter of Rome's reign, there will be great tribulation within the Catholic Church, culminating in Rome being destroyed, leading to humanity's Judgment Day. And maybe one of the creepiest parts about this prophecy is that, according to Pope John the 23rd, who looked into this, he calculated the time that it would take to go from the beginning of the prophecy to the last pope, and it's supposed to happen in the year 2027. But probably nothing will happen since prophecies usually never come to pass.
Let's wait and see.
If you're following the P. Diddy case and everything going on with Jay-Z right now, go over to XYZ and look at Mel Gibson's profile. He dropped a list.
All right, I got screenshots of that list coming up right now. Okay, look. There's a whole bunch of them on there. Some of them are, the Obamas, Sam Jackson, the Clintons, Sarah Jessica Parker, Eminem, Taylor Swift, Stevie Nicks, Willie Nelson, Brittany Spencer. I don't know who that is. Who else do we got here? Lizzo, Usher, John Legend. You've seen them all the time. You guys can read all this, but look, Billie Eilish, Chappell Roan, Beyonce's mom, for gosh sakes. Whoopi, Clooney, Streisand, O'Donnell, Jamie Lee Curtis. Check this out. Kathy Griffin, Ed Helms, De Niro, Lawrence, Gates, Martha Stewart, Sigourney Weaver, Reese Witherspoon, Tom Hanks, on and on. Leo DiCaprio, Clooney, Pfeiffer, Chris Rock, Amy Schumer, and a bunch of bands, right? Lil Nas X, Fat Joe, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Demi Moore. We all expected... Oh, wait. That's Demi Lovato. But I'm sure she was there too, Demi Moore. I thought I saw Kutcher in here somewhere. Anyway, shady.
They got her. I will give you 5 seconds to guess who this is. You guys are never going to guess. Who is that? Is that Fergie? Who the heck is that? They're literally all looking the same now. Tell me who this is. How are people 50 years old looking 20 years old now? It's giving me major Shania Twain vibes. You guys remember the Shania Twain video where she's moving all robotically, not even acting herself?
Okay, she's acting like a robot because she's got so much plastic surgery. She doesn't want to ruin all the money she just put into it. Let's get real here. Can't smile. That's a lot of wasted money.
Same with Kate Beckinsale. Yes, that's who this
Kate
is.
Beckinsale.
This is the Kate Beckinsale that I remember. And even back in the day, just with the glance, it literally looks like Kristen Stewart with a brown wig on. Tell me I'm wrong. Not too long ago, she was in the hospital wearing fans for her bizarre posts with her looking like this with a giant bow on her head. Next thing you know, she's back in the public eye looking better than ever. Nice coffee cup. Does anybody remember back in the day when Kate and Matt Rife hooked up? Way back in 2017 when he was 21 and she was 43. Which means she wasn't getting this Matt Rife or this Matt Rife. She got this Matt Rife. Totally given Hollywood vibes, if you know what I mean. She actually has a history of hooking up with young men in the industry when she hooked up with 22-year-old Goody Grace when she was 46. And then again with Machine Gun Kelly. And then it makes you wonder, where did they meet at? Who knows? But this is not the same Kate Beckinsale, and this is not the same Kate Beckinsale that we remember. Just like one big tangled spider web. What is happening here?
Man, it just keeps getting darker and gloomier, hey? I mean, this is stuff you expect, though. These guys have a ton of money. They've basically gotten everything they wanted from life. So what are their next cheap thrills, right? Pedophilia, I guess.
Did you guys see what happened in the skies of LA? What is that in the clouds? That's not no damn drone. Whatever it is, it sent all the car alarms off. This ain't normal.
You all hear about that one? Is that real? It looks fake to me, but it also looks like an EMP pulse, but of course the car horns wouldn't be going off if an EMP pulse happened.
Is something big coming by the end of the year or early into the new year? The reason I say that is because a lot of people have been telling me they're getting a feeling that something is about to happen. And then today I found something on X, formerly known as Twitter, that I'd like to share with all of you. Now this guy Digby posted this, and let me kind of paraphrase it for you. It says, "I've had the ability to see things before they happen." He doesn't talk about it much because people just laugh when he does, so he mostly just shares it with his wife. But now he's seeing or feeling that something big, something massive, is going to shock the world before the end of the year. And it has two possible outcomes: devastating or the dawn of a new age. Now those are his words, not mine. But the reason I show you that is because a lot of people have been telling me they're feeling about the same way. Now I sometimes myself get strong feelings that something's going to happen, and they usually do, but they mostly are just about my own life. Now for me personally, for the last month to the past 6 weeks, I've been feeling calm, content, at ease, almost as if everything is about to get better. For the most part, my anxiety level has been down, sometimes not even there at all. So I kind of feel the opposite of Digby, the guy who posted that on X. But I want to know what you feel. Do you think something big is about to happen at the end of the year or early into next year? Or do you think things will just continue as they are? Or maybe things are going to start to get better for all of us? Let me know your opinion in the comment section, Booskies.
I probably should have left this to the end because that's sort of a nice optimistic finish to the whole thing. But I mean, obviously something's building up, right? It can't get any weirder than it has been the last few years, for sure. With all this UAP drone stuff coming up, Trump coming into office and everything else going on with P. Diddy and all the lists. I mean, it's only going to get weirder, right? So I expect that to happen. But I think the biggest surprise of 2024 is how little will be left in my savings account after I find out how much inflation is taken from me. Check this out. Let me know in the comments what you think happened here, because I see this a lot. Check it out. What? Yeah, where is it? I keep seeing these videos on YouTube of all these like mystery time travelers who just end up showing up behind somebody, or somebody walks behind somebody and then they're gone, or like there'll be a dude walking with like a red folder, and as he's passing behind another person, when he comes out the other side, it's like a blue folder. Man, I don't know what to say about that.
You know what makes me feel pain? When us small content creators put so much work into our videos and try to make them so entertaining, we get a minimum of 300 views, and then like in a maximum of 500. But these girls on TikTok just smile and get 100.
That's just my way of saying that over 90% of the people that visit the channel and watch the videos are not subscribing and not liking. So just smash the buttons.
It is all of them. All of them. And not one will be able to escape.
What?
It is my honor. It is my honor.
Whoa, what is he, like an appointed archangel of death or something to try to find these pedophiles in Hollywood? What's happening here?
I found this overgrown entrance while out on a hike, so decided to head in and explore it. But right away, things got pretty creepy.
Perfect segue.
What was that noise? Thinking it was probably just the wind, I headed inside and began to explore. I followed this long weaving tunnel that led me through a chamber filled with these huge metal doors until I reached this very long staircase leading deeper underground.
This place is enormous.
Heading down to the bottom, I was then met with another, even longer tunnel that eventually led me to this massive metal door. But passing through it, I was about to find something else quite creepy.
Look at this place. That is crazy, all the footprints.
But I continued deeper, and soon the condition of the tunnel got worse, until it branched out to lots of different rooms. But I still had no idea what this place was, so I wanted to find some clues.
What's this door to? What is in here?
But finally, after continuing deeper into the tunnel, I did find something I recognized. These definitely used to be the toilets. This place was massive, and the more I explored, the more creepy stuff began to happen.
I'm gonna have to head back soon because I've left my bag outside and I've been in here for ages.
Finally, I did reach the end of the tunnel and found a collection of small rooms. In this one, it actually looked like the door had been blown off. On the other side of the room, I found this tunnel that led me back outside at a different point in the forest. I still have no idea what this place could have been, but whatever it was, they really wanted to keep it secret.
I'll tell you what I think it was. You know what that was for.
So this guy from Saudi Arabia was using a high-powered telescope to look at the moon, and he was able to see the dark side of the moon, and he saw this, y'all. Check this out. What is going on here? When you see something like this that comes with a remote and a cover, you know it's gonna see some stars. Let's check this out.
Y'all, my mic just broke. Y'all gonna have to bury me. Look, and he's using the remote. Look at this. What is that? What did he just put in? But check this out, y'all. Look at this. Why does it look like it's just hovering? Why does it look like it's just there? Why does it? And then when, look, where did the stars go? Where did the stars go? Where did the stars go? But this over here, what is going on over here? There's this red blinking light on the dark side of the moon. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what they say about the dark side of the moon. You know why we can't see it? Do you know why? Put the comments down. Put the answer down below. But yes, y'all, he saw this UFO, UAP thing just hovering around this red light. I don't know what this red light is, but something is happening on the dark side of the moon. What y'all think that is? Let us know down in the comments below, y'all. Let's continue to get this shit. Peace out.
Yeah, man, I think there's totally something going on with the moon. I think there has been for forever. And I just want to know when NASA and the rest of the world are going to let the public know what's going on with the moon and other bodies in our solar system alone. As crazy as this sounds, but from people I've talked to over the years doing previous shows, I've heard that everything that we have in the public sector is like 5 decades at least like behind what they have now, because it takes like 4 or 5 decades of research and development in the military industrial complex before it gets released to the public. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this, but I think that we've been traveling through the solar system and possibly beyond for a very long time. Incidentally, I took an astronomy class for like 4 days, I want to say a couple months ago, and the bigger the telescope, the more light they're trying to collect in there. So that's more of a telescope for like deep space galaxies and nebulas and things like that. And that little red thing is a camera. I think that's the digital camera that goes inside the eyepiece to record everything that the guy is seeing, which he probably has hooked up to a laptop or whatever. Nerd facts.
This image is appearing all over social media, and it looks just like something that I saw a few months ago. Yeah, I made a video of something that looked just like that was caught in the Nevada desert. And it looked exactly like this. Now, I can only speculate what this could be. If it's a portal to another dimension, if it's some kind of light creature, is it a new kind of orb? By the way, there's a video of this new one on TikTok. I'll put a link in the description. But like I said, I've seen that before. Now, this isn't the one from the Nevada desert that I saw, but it's yet another. So, what could these things be that seem to be popping up occasionally all over the world? Now, personally, like I said, I don't know. But with all the strange orbs and UFOs we've seen lately, seeing an image like this for the 3rd time now really isn't that shocking anymore. Let me know what you think this could be, Booshkies, in the comment section.
I just wish he talked about what he saw. And it does look like a portal, right?
There is something lurking in our upper atmosphere. And yeah, we're back on the cryptid iceberg today. So there's this theory that some UFOs that people report might actually be these massive creatures that live way up in the sky. They're known as atmospheric beasts. They seem to defy all rules of understood biology, like being able to fly or levitate without the use of wings. Witnesses have described them as being weightless, translucent creatures that can also pulse with this bioluminescence. And they're often seen in the form of jellyfish or sky serpents. But what are they? Well, Ivan T. Sanderson wrote a whole book about how many of the UFOs that people see are actually these low-density organisms that are native to Earth's upper atmosphere. Interestingly, life has found a way up there, albeit in the form of bacteria, but surely there would be remains of these things falling out of the sky if they died, so case closed, right? Well, not so fast. Have you heard of star jelly? It's this gelatinous substance that shows up all over people's lawns and in nature, seemingly falling from the sky, and then it evaporates within hours. Many think that this material, some of it at least, could be from the remains of these atmospheric beasts. But what do you think? Make sure to leave a comment and let me know what you want to hear about next.
First of all, I love that guy's shirt. Secondly, there's this dude from a long ass time ago. His name's Trevor James Constable, and he wrote this book called Sky Creatures. Sky Creatures. Blech. Yeah, hold on one sec. I've got it up here in the library. Check this out. Check this out. It's all about that same premise, and it's like super old. Let me see. $1978. Whoa, that's a special year for me.
Are they lying to us about the history of
Let's
our
go.
world?
Check this out, y'all.
Around any of these areas, okay? There's North America, South America, Africa, India, Russia, China. Okay, so very similar to this map. North America, South America, Africa, India, China, Russia. Okay? Only thing different, Australia. There is no Australia here because it hasn't been discovered yet. This is 1587. Australia wasn't discovered until 1606.
Right.
So that's why that's not there. But my main question is, if this is a globe flattened out and this is on the bottom, right? What the fuck is this? There's no ice on it. And guess what? Antarctica hasn't been discovered yet. Antarctica was discovered in 1820.
Somebody explain that to me.
Oh, look, there's an alligator. There's a camel. Warm weather animals. So, you want to explain to me, first thing, what the hell is this? All this land. And second thing, what froze them?
Stay weird, y'all.
Between 1587 and 1892.
Yeah, stay weird. I mean, it's like from the 1500s, bro. Like, somebody definitely that up. I don't know. I mean, if it's legit, how would you even prove it? And if it was legit, he's got a good point there. What the hell is that place anyway?
Aliens/UFOs are just demons. I'm going to show you a clip and then I'll tell you what I think is going on and how to combat it.
Okay, check this out. I've heard this so many times over the years. And by the way, this was one of the major regions. I'll get into it after.
There's over 400 cases where these abductions have been halted by people calling on the name of Jesus Christ. In the movie, we have the testimonies of these people who were having these experiences. They were terrified, and in the moment of terror, they recalled or called out to their childhood memories of who Jesus was. And the instant his name was called, it stopped. Okay?
So why did these aliens respond to Jesus?
Exactly. Exactly. And that indicates the spiritual nature of what is going on. So the evidence is spiritual, and then when we get to the level of abductions, deceptive messages are being given to people, but then when they're halted in the name of Jesus, that is incredibly powerful. And again, when I'm saying that we've now got hundreds of testimonies, and I can't mention names, but I know people in the higher levels of UFO investigations that actually readily acknowledge this, but because of their positions, they can't actually come forward and candidly reveal this. So in some respects, this is one of the best kept secrets. One of the guys, my colleagues, my collaborators who worked on this, when he found this out, he wasn't a Christian at the time. And he kind of said, well, okay, what is it about Jesus that these aliens don't like? And he rang up his colleagues in MUFON and said, look, we think we found something. We've got these testimonies of people in the moment of their inductions. They said a prayer, they sang a psalm, a hymn, something Christian that was spiritual, and the abductions stopped. And, you know, so what is it about Jesus that they don't like? And he found out that his colleagues in MUFON already knew about it.
Wow.
And their simple answer was, okay, so aliens don't like Jesus. Big deal.
So this is non-Christians in MUFON. Can you just say what is MUFON?
MUFON is Mutual UFO Network. It's the world's largest UFO investigation group here in the US.
So that's the common thread among all alien abductions, is that they hate the name Jesus Christ. Aleister Crowley, the founder of the Satanic Church.
Number one, there is no Aleister Crowley who founded the Satanic Church. She means Aleister Crowley, who performed a number of like magic rituals over the years with Jack Parsons, who was part of the major U.S. rocketry program. Anton LaVey started the Satanic Church. So huge difference there. Secondly, it is true over the years. I've heard this a lot from people when this happened at abductions. It sort of repelled the abduction. And it's a fact that even guys like Lou Elizondo said that the major reason that the UFO story has not been told to the public for so many decades is because there are a fundamentalist group still in power. And Nick Redfern wrote a whole book about it called, I think it's called UFOs in the Pentagon. I can't remember, but there's a group that he said called the Collins Elite. And that was the group that was keeping that information back because they thought if the public found out about these beings and they believed that these things were real, then the gates to hell would be open and these demons would be allowed in just because of the belief, the zeitgeist, the gates of the mind being open to possession of the world by Satan and hell.
Okay guys, this cannot be a coincidence. Two people walking backwards on the same day, different parts of town. First video is the one that I took. The second part of the video is the one my sister took. It's December 17th, 24. Anybody else seeing people randomly walking backwards?
I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like I need to start walking backwards just to screw people in the head. Okay, this video has no audio, so I'm just going to tell you right now as we're watching it. This is a technology, I can't find the description for it because I downloaded it a while ago, but this happened like early 2000s-ish. This is like holographic technology in the air, 3D space in this auditorium, and you can see some dudes with some physics equipment kind of in the shot in a minute here, and they're kind of tweaking some parameters and some potentiometers and things like that on their boards. But look, if they could do that, let's just say 20 years ago, then what is possible now? That first clip at the beginning here where it showed like those discs from the Ring camera, how are we to know that that's not exactly that technology right there?
So apparently the feds show up if you post those lights on TikTok. Last week I posted a video about those 12 lights that I saw fall out of the sky on my way home. Not at the same time, they fell individually. Well, my boyfriend's coworker also saw them and he caught them on film and he posted them on TikTok. And apparently they showed up to his door and he was asked to delete the video. And every time I use Cape Cod as a location tag, I get a notification stating that the video is restricted due to the location being an invalid location tag. So it's safe to say I was right about them not being shooting stars.
I've got 3 letters for you. M-I-B. Men in Black, baby. That's what that's all about. And it's still happening now.
So you're telling me that there's aliens in the ocean, there are drones and orbs and plasmoids flying around all over the place. Israel and Palestine are still at war. Russia and Ukraine are still at war. Somebody tried to overthrow the Korean government. The French government has collapsed. The German government has collapsed. The American people as a whole have chosen a felon, liar, grifter, rapist to run our country, and we get to watch in real time as he systematically strips away our rights and dismantles our democracy and turns it into an oligarchy. The murder of a billionaire CEO who is responsible for the death of millions of people sparks more outrage than the mass unaliving of school children in our country. The Pope is going to perform some ancient forbidden ritual that has never been done before on Christmas Eve in the catacombs of the Vatican and live stream it from Lucifer's tomb, not to mention some rogue planet entering our solar system and AI confirming the existence of parallel dimensions, which is actually the most believable thing that I have heard lately, because I feel like I'm living in a parallel dimension. Like, I don't believe in hell, but if that place exists, we're already in it. And the threat of World War III. And I'm supposed to do what? Go to work, come home, cook dinner, pay bills, pretend like nothing's happening, nothing to see here. I don't think so. I think we're screwed. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I need a nap.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot to swallow, right? Like, so much stuff has been happening specifically since, like, 2021 when the COVID thing happened. Clearly, she's, like, highly politically charged. And all of the clips that you see on the show and all of the things that I say are strictly opinions. This is just for entertainment purposes only. But I find her a little pessimistic in the end. I do feel optimistic about what's going on. First of all, because I've been looking at the UAP scene for so dang long, and they've literally been alongside humanity forever. It seems like every time we dig ourselves into a hole, they're there to like shut down the nuclear countdowns when the button gets pushed. So stay faithful, stay full of hope, stay optimistic.
Am I the only one who's noticing
Old cheesehead.
all these strange, bizarre, almost crazy news stories we've had in the past couple weeks? I mean, a couple of years ago, stuff like this, they'd be considered nuts if they published it. Things like this. NASA may have detected a parallel universe in Antarctica that runs backwards. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Or this one that I made a video about. The new Google quantum chip. They said they might be able to contact the parallel universe with that thing. Oh, and it just keeps getting stranger. I made a video about this too.
Oh, yeah.
They're reporting that the Pope might open 5 ancient portals on Christmas Eve. Portals? Portals to what?
Yeah.
To what? And then there's just the bizarre stuff. Like this woman in England who had a stroke and woke up speaking Italian. Yeah, she don't even know Italian till now. And let's not forget this guy, the kangaroo that's running wild in Texas. And all of this on top of drones, UFOs, and orbs. It's almost like things are getting crazier every single day.
Agreed.
Okay, Booshkis, I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section. Shabadoo!
Shabadoo, baby. Shabadoo. Man, it's true though, right? A few of those I can explain. When people have near-death experiences or traumatic events, there's something that triggers in the brain, and somehow the antenna, the mind, or whatever taps into whatever the field is that we're connected to and seems to be drawing in information, right? Like it almost feels like what Mac Toney speculated back in the day, that there seems to be a realm of pure information and we have direct access to it somehow. But I've heard that before. Maybe there's been some sort of subconscious learning of Italian in the background over the course of her life and she's unaware of it. It seems highly unlikely. But the world is weird and definitely getting weirder. So I just wanted to say I have so much fun hanging out with you guys. This is the end of the video for today. Thanks for being here. I can't wait to see you again. Hope you had a great holiday and a great new year. 2025 is sure to get weird and weirder and weirder. So with that being said, man, take care, everyone, and stay weird.